What's up, dudes and dudettes of the year? Now, my name's Scythe, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Chloromancer in Trove. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing great. And before we get started, we'd very much appreciate if you would hit that like button. Now, without further ado, the Chloromancer is one of the characters that very strongly can end up being built towards either DPS or a tank. So I'll talk about both of those respectively. So for DPS, of course, you're going to want to focus on just nothing but damage. DPS means damage per second if you don't know. And you're going to want to focus on magic damage because you're a ranged character, critical hit, and critical damage. Those are going to be the ideal stats that you're going to get on all of your gems, right? And then the other stat that you're going to want to go for is attack speed, because a bulk of where this character's damage actually comes from is shooting your plants to make them explode, to make them grow, and your attack speed, of course, is going to make them grow a little bit faster, and thus you're going to end up causing more damage overall, right? So you're not going to want to focus on movement speed or anything like that, just nothing but attack speed. I like to go for energy regen on most of my weapons, and especially with the Chloromancer, because you're going to be throwing down your plants a lot. This character actually plays very similarly to the Draco, so you can kind of keep that in mind. But needless to say, if you're going to be going towards a tank character, you're going to want to sacrifice everything for maximum health, max health. That's it. Max health, energy regen, because you can actually get, especially on your gems, you can get total max health and then max health percent. So that's all you focus on for a tank. It's actually very, very easy. Health regen isn't essential as the third stat on a gem. And even then, you can always, you can have a stat or a gem that has physical damage, max health, and that's already going to be fine. But if you can, the ideal one would be with energy regen or health regen, right? And then your class gem ability for this character is going to end up throwing down randomly a little cactus that's going to be like a minigun, and that's where the DPS build comes in, because that's going to be essential, but it's not really going to be that useful for a tank build. At least I wouldn't think so, because I don't think it heals your plants or anything like that. I'd have to double check, but needless to say, you can sacrifice the class gem if you're going for a tank. And for the ring, you're just going to want to go for, either critical hit, magic find, or if you're going for the tank build, of course, it's just going to be health regen. And for the ally, you can actually use quite a few different allies. You can use the Prowling one, will give you a little bit to your life leech to kind of keep you alive a little more. But otherwise, Chronomancer Cubesly is a really good one. Prefect Penguin, I would say, is the best ally that you can get for the Chloromancer, though, for sure. And then for the emblems, you're just going to want to focus on Arcane and Sure Strike for a damage build. Anything that ends up helping your health for the other ones, or even the Chronomancer emblem is going to end up, making it so that you can cast your ult a little bit more, but it's not really an essential one. Honestly speaking, I don't really know 100% how to build this character as a tank. I would assume it's just the same as all the other characters for sure. But needless to say, if you're going for damage, you're not going to have health, so Death Defying is essential. But otherwise, you can swap that out very easily for whatever you want if you're going for a tank build for sure. And then, honestly, I'll kind of leave a little bit of it up to you, because the Chloromancer is one of the only characters in the game who's kind of a different card than the rest, because it can be very effectively built as a tank or a damage character. But for my purposes, I always just use my Tomb Raiser for a tank, so I don't have that much experience for a tank build on the Chloromancer. So you can just kind of figure that one out yourself, or just ask in the comments below, and I'm sure someone cool is going to answer your question. Either way, thanks for watching, folks. Very much appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. And have a fantastic day, Sano, and stay epic.